Hi, how are you all doing today? How is life? How is work? How is everything? I bless God. And if this is your first time of seeing this face, I am so happy that you came. God bless you. My sincere prayer for you is that God goes ahead of you today and make every crooked way straight. In the name of Jesus, God grant you all your heart desires. God perfect all that concerns you in the name of Jesus. And to you, my returning subscribers, I am so happy because you are always coming back. God bless you real good in the name of Jesus. So today, I want to talk to you all on a topic I call stop doing it to prove it. We live in a time where everyone wants to be a public figure. Everyone wants to make believe. Everyone wants to prove a point. Everyone is struggling to show off. This is the time we are. Anytime you have unbelief in your heart, it will cause you to try to perform, to prove something that you yourself don't really believe. In psychology, it is called fraudulent compliance, and some call it imposter syndrome. It speaks about how many of us are inability to internalize our strengths or our achievements. Like I said, it is called imposter syndrome. In other words, is a disorder, is a condition, is a disease. It is the fear of being found out to be less than they thought. It is the fear that keeps you in a performance mode. It is the fear of being found out to be less that keeps you spending money to prove to them that yes, you truly are. Some people have a completely different picture of who they think you are and who you know you are. Like I said, it is called an imposter syndrome. It is a disorder. Fake life. It is a condition, it's a disease. I am wondering if there is anybody here watching me who is under pressure of an expectation or under pressure or temptation to prove it. I'm going to prove I can afford it. I'm going to prove I have it more than you. I'm going to prove I'm a better person. I'm a better teacher. I'm going to prove it. I am going to prove it. When you do it to prove it, it takes the joy away. Jesus' brothers pulled him aside and said, "We have got a plan. Why don't you show the world who you really are?" Even Jesus' brothers didn't believe in him, and since they didn't, they were trying to get him perform. And Jesus didn't mind performing miracles, but he wasn't just going to do it for the wrong motives to prove it. Stop doing it to prove it. Jesus was going to Judea, but he wasn't just going to make a public spectacle of his power. He was ultimately determined to show the world who he was, but he wasn't just doing that for the gram. Now, everyone gets to experience performance anxiety because we all perform our lives to one another all the time. Social media is killing us indirectly, or should I say directly? Okay, the gram is killing us directly. Jesus said, if I go to Judea for the wrong reasons, if I show up for the wrong motives, if I live my life for others rather than to glorify my Father, it will kill me. Stop doing it to prove it. It will kill you. It will lure you into faking it all to prove it. It will push you into doing it all to prove it. It will kill you. Stop doing it to prove it. Jesus said he purposely stayed away from Judea. What do you need to purposely stay away from in this season of your life? Who do you need to purposely stop comparing yourself with in this season of your life? What do you need to purposely stop struggling to prove in this season of your life? Because it will kill you. I had to delete on social media. I had to block contact. I had to regain my true self and stop proving it. Now, hold on, let me shock you. Do you know the funny thing about proving it, about showing off, about comparison? No one is actually paying attention to one another. Oh yes, the person you are struggling and hustling to prove it is not paying attention, because she is also hustling and struggling to prove it to some other people who are not paying attention, who are also struggling and hustling to prove it to some other ones who are not paying attention, who are also hustling and struggling to prove it to some other. I can go on this list. And while we are struggling and hustling to prove what we are worth to one another, our purposes are dying in place of our insecurity. Jesus said, I am not going to Judea because you want me to go to Judea. You don't have to post it to prove it. Jesus said, I am not going to turn stone into bread to show to the world that I am the Son of God. I live out of purpose, not out of popularity. I live out of purpose, not out of praise of men, but out of praise that can only come from God. And I wonder if there is someone watching me right now who is content to say, I am just more than enough with who I am and what I have. Jesus said, you all go to Judea. I am purposely staying away. Can you purposely be yourself? If you are trying to please people, if you are trying to measure up with the arbitrary standard that are changing so fast, it will kill you. It will kill your contentment. It will kill your joy. It will kill your marriage, your family. It will kill you. Listen, sometimes the pressure we have to be special does not come from God. It comes from culture, who tells you that you have to be unique, you have to be different, you have to be set apart. And you are doing everything, you are faking it all to live up to that. Stop. You are special already. You are enough. You are set apart for God. You are wonderfully and beautifully made. You don't have to prove it. You don't have to struggle to show it. You already know who you are.